So what I am trying to say is rather than say that is not a man, that is a boy when it comes to bad behavior, we should instead be making use of more adjectives. Not only because of the obvious benefits of injecting more adjectives into our everyday lingo, which means that you're encouraged to learn new words every day. At least for me, when I started using more of adjectives, especially when I was a child, it meant that I was always looking for more words, more meanings, trying to up my vocabulary, basically. I think what it does is that it kind of doesn't take away the meanings of things. So when we say that's a good man, that's a bad man, that's a selfish man, that's a responsible man, that is a great man, that is a useless man, that is an upstanding man, that is an irresponsible man, that is an evil man. You know what I mean? I feel like rather than do blanket statements like that end up hurting more than helping, we should really just embrace adjectives because I think in the long run it helps everyone. On the topic of adjectives, I really think that we should learn how to use the word childish more because I think it does a better job of encapsulating what it means when people say that is not a man, that is a boy, because I understand the sentiment behind it. It's used to indicate that perhaps the behavior that we are seeing being displayed is being done because this person hasn't matured in the way that we think he should have, based on the fact that he is no longer a child. But I would disagree in the sense that some of this behavior that we attribute this sentiment towards are behaviors that a child would never do. And in this case, a boy would never do simply because they know better, simply because they're being raised and guided better. We should use that is a childish man, that is a childish woman, rather than say that is a boy, not a man, or that is a girl, not a woman. Especially when it is not a girl and it is not a boy, it is a man and it is a woman. Childish aside, when it comes to things like violence against women, or when it comes to things like a man decides to financially abuse a woman who he insisted should be a stay-at-home mother, and he has now left their home and foreclosed all their bank accounts, like that's not something a boy would do because they don't have the capability to do that yet. Again, why are we saying that it's a boy, not a man, when we know that many boys are not in a position to enact that kind of evil yet? Many. I'm not saying all because there are obviously anomalies everywhere. There will be an anomaly to everything. There are lots of things that men do on a day-to-day basis that boys simply are not capable of because they don't have the life experience, they don't have the capability, they don't have the physicality,